Okay, it's Monday, May 8th. I'm Nicole Hartley Bradford, and I'm up pretty late for me, 9:04 p.m. And I've just finished creating a form, an intake form, a registration form for a project that I'm rolling out. Before today, I had been working on an email, which I'm going to start sending out. I can't say when because part of my experiment is to roll with the impulses that come while I create and deliver this project. So, what is the project? The project is a beta test of a new way of delivering an introduction to conscious anger work for specifically for mothers and also for others who aren't mothers, who are connected with mothers who are in the project, in the program, in the beta test. And for people who are connected with mothers where they don't know a mother in the beta test, but they want to try out the beta test to see if they want to recommend it to mothers that they know and love and others. So I'm doing this as a Rage Club space holder. And this is not Rage Club. This series is a bridge to Rage Club. It's also a bridge to other possibility management work if people want to use it as a bridge to Rage Club or possibility management work. They can just do this if they want. It's not mandatory that they continue on afterward because the what's delivered in this series is valuable in and of itself, even if you don't go further with it. So, what is conscious anger work? Conscious anger work is work experimenting using distinctions and tools and thought maps and processes that empower a person to learn to navigate with and direct the power of their anger consciously and responsibly. A big part of this is learning to discern between emotional anger and the feeling of anger, which are distinguished because they're different from each other. Even though they feel the same, emotional anger will come from the past or from external sources as if it's mine. But when I really look at it and sense it, I realize this actually I don't feel this anger. It's not my anger. It's actually not even here. I just think it's here, or it's here because I've I've taken it on from an external authority, an external source. And the emotional anger that's been taken on, as soon as I realize it's not actually authentic to me, I can I can start to shift the pattern of feeling that emotion. If other emotional anger is a perfect, wonderful, beautiful, empowering doorway for healing. So, emotional anger from the past, about the past, is a doorway for healing. And if it's used as a feeling, which is about the present, and a feeling of anger is for handling life in the here and now, if I use an emotion to try to handle my life, because it's about the past, it's bringing information and energy from the past, about the past. If I'm using that information and energy in the present, about the present, it goes how it goes. Usually it means that I'm projecting on the present scenario, people, circumstances, something that may not be accurate because it's about the past, not about the present. I also might be, if this is something that's been building up for a while, because I keep thinking about it and keep reliving patterns about it, I might end up with high intensity emotion that I'm trying to apply to the present. And what happens is it's like using a blowtorch to light a birthday candle. It goes how it goes. So this is one of the key distinctions that is delivered in conscious rage work. And there are more. There are many more. And they're available in all kinds of different ways, especially through the websites that possibility management has been translated into, which if you want, you can reach out and learn more about. I'll be sharing links to these websites in this beta test. And I share them every chance I get, really. And this leads to why I'm doing this. I am delivering this beta test because the distinctions, tools, maps, and processes that are part of it were missing from my life, especially my life as a mother. And the consequences of missing these distinctions, tools, thought maps, and processes are still playing out in my life. And suffice it to say that massive harm was done. I'm not saying it was wrong or bad that I caused these consequences. What I'm saying is that I want different consequences to happen in the lives of mothers and children and fathers and family members and villagers, neighbors, strangers. I want something different for the generation that's being raised now. Something different from what I was able to do and not do as I raised my own 4 children. And as I interacted with the children of other mothers in ways that were often not what I would want for the children of today. So this project is, really turns me on. And I've been collaborating with some other mothers, some other Rage Club space holders. I've been collaborating a little bit with some Rage Club space holder trainers. And I am sharing this with you. I don't even know who you're going to be, but I guess I'm asking something. I have something to ask. One of the things is, will you check out the form and the email that I've written and give me feedback and coaching about anything that needs to be more clear, anything that needs to be added, anything that needs to be taken out of it, so that it is, so that it lands for the people who it's for. And if it lands for you as something that's for you, will you join the beta test? And you can fill it. If the answer to that is yes, you can fill out the form, as well as sending me any changes you think should be implemented. And if it lands for you, other question, and this is in the form, is will you share it with mothers and with others for whom you think this would make a difference? The cool thing about this project is that not only does it deliver the distinctions, the tools, the maps, the processes, experiments for mothers to do, it also has this possibility, and this is why I'm also offering it to others, because when mothers have others in their lives who are mothers or not, with whom to do this work, talk about it, practice it, remind each other about it, experiment together, share the results of their experimenting, ask questions, build teams. This builds village. I'm convinced. I know what's happened for me when I've been in Rage Club teams, Rage Club Spaceholder training teams, experiment teams, training spaces with others who are doing this work. It creates, it brings something into the relational field, the relational space between two people, and the relational field between all of the teammates. Even for me, it builds a field between me and people I've never even met. As soon as I meet someone who says, I've done Rage Club, I'm like, oh, because I know that we share distinctions, tools, maps, processes, language. We've shared experiences, even though we didn't do them at the same time in the same place, that change things. It just changes something. When I meet other Rage Club space holders, it's like that much more intense, that much more amped. And so when this happens on the space holder level, on the Rage Club participant level, and on this basic level of, hey, I might not have gone to Rage Club yet, might not have done Rage Club space holder training yet, but I'm tapped into conscious feelings work. I'm tapped into this territory. I am a conscious anger pilgrim. It really makes a difference. And it makes a difference as to what's possible in a person's individual system, in their relational system, and in the field of their homes, their family, and their village. And I really see that, I've come to appreciate and distinguish that conscious anger as a resource, as a natural resource that's available in each human, is fuel for the hearth, the heart of a village, of a family. And when mothers have this, mothers are already superhuman in so many ways, at least a lot of the mothers I've encountered. And having access to conscious anger as a fuel, as this force of nature really empowers a woman, a mother, to be a force of nature. Because it's her heart, and bringing conscious anger into the field, it lights the hearth of the family, of the village. I just don't want mothers to continue having to do motherhood without this. I can't change the past, but what I can do is bring this to mothers and others. And it would mean a lot to me to have you on my team about it. And feel free to reach out in whatever way works for you. And if you're a yes to reading the email and the form, let me know. Thank you. I wish you extraordinary aliveness. I wish you conscious anger, because that's the fuel for extraordinary aliveness. One of them. More about that in the series, or more about that if you ask me about it. Thank you. Goodbye for now.